Hi everyone, welcome to our quest to heaven, to our journey to heaven, right here in 2019. It's wonderful, wonderful news. We're here to spread the good news that heaven is coming very soon. And every day we take stock on where it's at. Anything, have we noticed anything different? Or any developments on our perspective of what heaven is? So, here we are together, walking toward heaven, the gates of heaven. How's your day? How you doing? Is everything going well? I pray so. For you and your family and all those around you, all the people you meet and all the people that you know and care about. So, today is right here in the Pacific coast of the United States of America. Not calling it the United States anymore, because the United States, as I said, is not what we think it is. America is, though, I believe. So today is Saturday, the 24th of August, 2019, and it's 11 something. Ooh, it's late. 11:26, 25, whatever it says, p.m. Oh, yesterday I didn't look at it yet. The YouTube pulled down, I think, yesterday's videos. I think they removed it because it was a hate speech. So, I'm happy, because whatever destructive actions are going on in the world to prevent truth from coming out, actually they are the fertilizer for truth to come out faster and more on a wider scale. So even if they shut down my channel, and remove all my videos, I really, I didn't make them for YouTube. I made them because I love God, and God loves His children, and God wants all of mankind to be loving each other. All the other stories that are promoted in the news and the movies and the newspapers and the internet that aren't true have nothing to do with God's will. And we will quite quickly and easily release all of that from our mind and our attention the moment we see someone that has that character that God has. The character of only loving and only starting from the place of heart that we are connected to God. And that's a very deep spot. That's a very deep perspective, because God knows what's going on in the world and feels love and wants to share love with His children and see us sharing love with each other. So if somebody wants to, can you imagine removing the videos I have? What in the world, that's just not even human. That no one I have ever met in my life would do that to someone. But YouTube does it to thousands of people. Anyone, that video that was called "We Defeated the Wrong Enemy," that was taken down. But they said, I think they canceled the channel. And soon you may find that Sunny Moon channel is gone. Said that video is no longer available because the channel that associated with it was closed or something like that. Anyway, and there's no way that evil can gain something important, something valuable by deleting truth and goodness. When people criticize something, let's say I was completely wrong, punishing people is something the devil wants mankind to believe is a valid and somehow humane activity, but it's not. It's absolutely evil to think that if I hurt someone, then they'll do better next time. If ever there was an evil thought or intention or consideration or tactic, that would be it. So we have been taught some very, very, very evil things growing up in the public schools. which are meant, they were created to brainwash America. Okay, and all these facts will surface. But anyway, so heaven will come, and it will come faster. The more they take down my videos, the faster it will happen. They don't understand that. Otherwise, they would stop. But they're stuck in the devil's rut. The devil is bound and determined that killing people and hurting people is the best way to achieve a world of happiness for oneself. And of course, we cannot hurt others and assume that to comfort ourselves. It's just not. It's opposite. It's against the divine principle, the principle that rules our spirit and the world of love around us. But they'll all find out, and we care for everyone, even if they kill us. It doesn't keep us from knowing that they belong to God, and we love them so that they can grow. We don't profess that we don't call them haters and then abuse them. It's okay. All the brainwashing and everything, it will all end very suddenly for them. I'm not saying their lives will end suddenly. I'm just saying all the seeming fruits of that agenda will disappear immediately, because it was never real. It was never true. It was never good. And God is the only creator of the earth, and there is only goodness that God created that substantiates life. So it will be as if it was never alive when people stop entertaining it in their mind. So anyway, so if you see my videos go, don't worry. I'll go to another platform if I can find one. If not, no problem. I'll get it out there eventually. YouTube will be ruled by people of love and family and goodness and prosperity and abundance for all mankind, starting with those who need it, who are suffering the most. That is a very important facet of my work, my intention, my prayers, my whole life, and what I do with any time and effort and money that I have, is to help those who are suffering the most. Help them first. I'm ready to give so much to so many people if only I had the access to money. And hopefully the whole framework, the whole money system will disappear soon. And I'm sure it will, but I don't know when exactly. But, no family needs money. No father and mother trade money with each other or their children or vice versa. It just, And what other organizations are we supposed to believe in now? See, even I forgot. We were born of love and a family from God, and to share that love with everyone around us. And there is nothing else. Everything else is smoke in our eyes. So mankind are the children of God, and they will not fall for stupid things like that. And, I don't need to abuse people. Many people are working for people who have that agenda. Millions and millions of people, maybe billions. So, yeah, not everyone, that's for sure. I think many of the poor countries will come to the truth much more quickly, because the USA has been used as a henchman for the devil for so long and so very successfully. But yeah, I think the young people will turn the old people, because they will sense it. They'll say, "Mom, Dad, why don't you watch these people? You should listen to these people. What they're saying is really good." And then, they'll laugh about it or make fun of it or whatever, maybe. But eventually there'll be no choice but to realize that we were born to love each other, and everything else is simply a tool of the dark forces, which never created anything before anyway. So they won't be hard to dismiss because they're valueless. So we just need a change of heart. So it's coming soon. Coming soon. Yes. Coming soon, heaven. Heaven for everyone. Because we're so used to thinking, again, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, we're so used to thinking about, what's this country mean to that country and blah, blah, blah. The world consists of people like you and me. That's it. That's all there is in the world. This world does not contain any opposing countries, any opposing families, any opposing loves. There's only one creator and one earth, and it's inhabited by God's children who wish to create families and be happy. All the idea that there's some wars or this, that, it's just a lot of smoke in our eyes. That's all it is. And it will disappear very quickly. We think, oh, it's, because it's real, it has a foothold. It's not real. There's absolutely no way to keep a foothold for lies and deceit once the truth shows up. Yeah. So everybody will recognize it. They'll say, wow, this is the person I've been looking for my whole life. And the true Father will make that happen. The spirit world is ready, is all prepared. The spirit world is prepared to descend upon the earth and turn everyone's eyes to the Messiah, or those that represent the Messiah. So, it's a piece of cake. It's a walk in the park compared to what God and mankind have been through in the last hundreds of millions of years, or however long it is. It will be a walk in the park. So, the Great Awakening. That's just it'll be something like that, except it'll be like Hung Chin said in his book Victory of Love. It's called the Love Epidemic. The Love Epidemic. And he spoke of it in 1984. Oh, that's interesting. George Orwell wrote that book 1984. And then Hung Chin wrote his book in 1984, speaking of the love epidemic. George Orwell prophesied Hung Chin prophesied today. That's what it's about. The love epidemic. That is the final. There are no other, we don't need words after that. I mean, we'll use words to try and explain love, but we won't need words because love preceded them. In the beginning there was the Word. Okay, but you know what? In the beginning, it doesn't talk about how God was created, because Reverend Moon said that God was created by love. So it sounds to me like maybe the Word preceded love. I don't know. It's exciting. We'll find out, I guess. If we're one with God, we will find out everything. See, I think. So, yeah. So, yes. So no matter what people are involved in, we will feel that we will feel God's Spirit in us. Yes. We'll feel God's Spirit in us. And that will make it very easy for us to transition away from whatever we were paying attention to before to, this is interesting. What is this? We'll suddenly be hooked by something that we feel is very important. And then listening to that source, or listening to words spoken from a person that gives out such a feeling and will quickly make order of the world around us, and how to fix it, how to fix the world. And it's very simple. When there's one family of God, the world has no problems. We just follow God's lead every day. And that is the straight path to heaven. In other words, the straight path to all people having comfort and happiness. That's so simple. Yep. So we're very lucky, that's for sure, to live in this age. Our ancestors, some of them, many of them, of course, have been in the spirit world for millennia. And if it was like since Adam and Eve, if it's really hundreds of millions of years, or millions of years, that's a lot of generations. 1 million years is 4 million, divided by 25, divided by 250 is 4. It's 40. That's 40 million, no. That's 400,000, generations. 25. What's a million divided? Yeah, 1.5, say 2 million divided by 25 would be 8 million divided by 100. So is that right? 8 million divided by 100. It should be simple. That's, instead of 6 zeros, it's 4 zeros. So that's 8 million. That's an 8 plus 4 zeros. That's 80,000 generations. That's a lot of people. That's a long way back. So we have 80,000 generations of ancestors that take us back to to the Garden of Eden. So, but maybe that's a sign. if there's a semblance of all those generations, and they can descend on the earth, that's what it says in Divine Principle. It says, it's called returning resurrection. What happens is, at Jesus' time, the people of the Old Testament, the spirit world, that were those have the merit of the age, brought the ability of all of the good spirits. This is something I haven't thought about in a long time. Brought the good spirits to earth and joined with the followers of Jesus to bring about heaven on earth in Jesus' day. But then when Jesus was crucified, well, it's the followers of Jesus that return to earth and spirit, and they join in the spiritual effort, the spiritual providence. They join in the providence to glorify the Messiah, the Lord of the Second Advent, who's Reverend Moon. And that's called returning resurrection, when people in the spirit world are allowed to come back to earth because of the merit of the age, because True Father is on the earth. And during that time, he's on earth from 1920 to 2012, in this case. Well, in every case for True Father, that was the only case. They come back and work through him and with him to bring about heaven on earth. So just like Edward Burghardt, I think his name is Edward Burghardt. Anyway, he just wrote a comment right now on Facebook a little earlier that anyway, talking about that same point. Yeah. So, returning resurrection. So, we are experiencing the world that Jesus' followers, and now Reverend Moon's followers, who's us, we're on earth now. So, because Reverend Moon, that's the point that Edward Burghardt made. I believe it's Edward Burghardt made, is that the followers of Reverend Moon are the ones to inherit the Messiah's victory. We are the saints of today. We are the Messiah's followers who are on earth. It keeps going in and out of my mind what he said. And anyway, yeah. So, in returning resurrection. So it's just how the restoration of the earth happens. And it's a drawing of the earth, and it shows that in the Old Testament age, people came to anyway, it shows how the people in the spirit world come down to earth at the chosen time to work with the prophet of the age to resurrect people on earth to receive the Messiah. I was just thinking today, watching a video, not today, like an hour ago, or half hour ago, watching a video. I was just thinking how easy it is when someone comes that people understand and people see depth in. I keep thinking of Elvis Presley because he's a person that people saw depth in, and that the people, all the people that were around him said he was so kind, he was so nice, he was so sensitive, and he was so down to earth and so such a likable person. And so when people see that in someone, and they're able to illuminate the world situation clearly, then it will immediately throw liars into a very deep pit. We don't want to subject anyone to suffering, but people that lie to God's children need to be stopped. Okay? We don't need to go fight them. That's their tactic. All we do is tell the truth. And when that person shows up, that's why these people are just crazy killers. You know, they have to be. Otherwise, they would be so short-lived. I mean, you know, nobody's going to kill them. Not the good people won't kill the bad people. I mean, you know, when they are, you know, personally, I don't understand how to keep people alive that hurt or murder children. That I don't know. I'm not. I can't think about it. I mean, anyway, I don't think I have to think about it. It's not my decision whether to kill people that are killing children or abusing them. Though it seems like that would be one of the, you know, one of the things that possibly could warrant execution. You know, if someone is going around killing children, or you know, or many things. You know, the network of Satan is very busy murdering 200,000 people every single year. Okay, and it's probably many, many, many more people than that. I mean, we all would live a long time if it weren't for the diseases that the devil puts out there for people to die with, and the medicines that are like poison in the food that's like poison in the water that's like poison in the air that's like poison. Like the devil has tried very desperately, and many, many people are coming up with this on the internet now, and you know, bringing the truth forward, the documents. You know, like Thomas Williams said yesterday, what kind of government is it that has, you know, that reveals that they declassify these papers, like these projects where, you know, they plan to bomb American cities to cause a war. I mean, we bomb our own country so that the country will be angry at someone and we can start a war. And this is a very common technique. That's what Pearl Harbor was about. That's what, I mean, they say the Japanese, no. I mean, the people that start the wars do that. You know, they are completely above it all. That's why they have a country called Switzerland, and it's above war. It's neutral, supposedly. And if you can make it neutral, why not make all the countries neutral? I mean, what's going on here? This is the group. This is where the group that plans wars are based. Yeah. So. Yeah. So. Anyway. So let YouTube throw out my videos if they wish. You know, if they and then they'll see what happens. I'm not wishing evil on them. I'm wishing good on them. But good is exposing evil. And when evil is exposed, then evil has no basis for existence any longer, actually. Because good people don't normally partake of evil. There's no need for it in the family. Children are not born with need for evil. You know, it reminds me of that examination of our diet based on need. Or based on, let's see, what is it? Medical care? Anyway, that, you know, there is no deficiency of, you know, the things they put in food. They're chemicals. They're not from a kitchen. They're from a laboratory. And since when do we need chemicals like that? I mean, is it? Oh, yeah. This was about medical care, I think, because it's things in drugs that are fed to us to supposedly. Well, they don't say it heals us. I guess they say to treat the disease, as if we're giving it candy or something. Um, to treat a disease, but the things the things they say are necessary are not. I mean, if we don't take those things, there's no such thing as a deficiency of these drugs in the body. So really, the body has no benefit from these things. Because if we don't, I think it was, I'm going back to the idea about food. It was about food, something that John McDougall spoke about, I believe. Um, that there's no, it was a really good point. Or there's another guy too, another doctor who's really active I was talking about in the video once. I forgot his name, but got those videos somewhere. Bound to see him eventually. Uh, it'll come to me. Anyway, that's good. Wonderful. Today, okay, so tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Today's Saturday. Is it still Saturday? Yeah, for another 9 minutes or so. Put on my glasses. Oh, I got my glasses right there. It's 9 minutes to Sunday. Anyway, take care. Thanks for being here. And I hope you get to see this video. I guess maybe nobody else sees yesterday's video until... I mean, I think I've heard that YouTube, when they remove videos, they actually delete them. In other words, they take possession of all your videos. And, that wouldn't be surprised, because that's exactly what Microsoft does. When people use Windows, it is under the agreement that everything you do belongs to them. So it's handy that everyone's computer is based on Windows or Apple iOS, Apple operating system, whatever it's called, whatever the I stands for. So, but that's what's great about the other one, not Apple and not iOS, not Android and not Apple operating system. Yeah, and it's called Ubuntu. Yeah, and then all the different versions, like Mint. I think the one I want to study, I'm going to get a second computer and study on it so that I can use it, and eventually I'll be able to log off Windows for the last time. Yeah, it's just amazing that the devil got so far in this world, and with no basis whatsoever, just through complete mind control, complete psych job. Anyway, now that we've finished telling the truth, God bless you, and you're welcome not to agree, of course, and you're welcome to turn it off. Hint, hint, YouTube, hint, hint. If you don't like what I say, then maybe you should watch something that you like and start supporting it. Yes, give your support and constructive action to something that's good for people. If you think that something I'm doing is bad for people, then you don't have to listen, right? It's called free speech. It's okay, YouTube. You'll get it together. I know 99.9999% of your employees are just people that want to feed their family. They have no choice about what they're supposed to do, the regulations they're supposed to follow, or if they did, YouTube would be a greater place. That's for sure. You'd have a button on there. It says, "Don't ever take me back to this website again." That's just a button I would love to have. It's so simple, too. It would be so easy. And there's probably 100 other buttons. Another button I'd like to have is skip the word button when I'm going back, rather than one letter at a time or one line at a time. I'd like to have a button, you just push it and it goes back word by word. It'd be a heck of a lot more easier to edit something. Anyway, thank you everyone for doing what you do. It's good. It's beautiful and it's unique and wonderful. And you are loved by God so greatly. We all will feel that very soon. That's the only difference between heaven and where we are now, is feeling love inside for all people, as God's love makes us feel. Thanks. Take care. Have a beautiful and wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. See you tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully. If you even see me today. This video may go down too as a hate speech. I don't know. Take care. Bye-bye.